What up, what up, what up, New York Giant Nation? It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. And here on the heels of the 2020 season, dropping off a little bit of news for you. The 2021 opponents have been released. The NFC East this season will be playing the AFC West and the NFC South. And obviously, for the Giants, we got our three division games as well. And then the Giants came in second place in the division this year, so we get two extra second place games, which this year are the Rams and the Bears. So let's start with the home side of things for right now. In no particular order, because the schedule obviously the actual schedule itself has not been released. So we don't know what order we'll be playing these teams in. But at home, we have the Falcons, the Rams, the Panthers, the Raiders, the Broncos, and of course the division games. And on that home side of things, I realistically see about 5 wins. 5 potential wins, seriously. And that's just based off of what I know about the Giants, what I know about the opponents. Falcons, I feel like, are a very winnable game. The Rams, however, we did play them well this year, but I would still consider that a toss-up. I wouldn't necessarily rule that a win. That's a game I feel like we could find a way to still lose ugly. I feel like the Panthers are a pretty winnable game. The Raiders are another one of those tricky teams. Just don't know what you're going to really get. And I just, you can't win everything. Can't win every game. Broncos, I feel like another team that we could find a way to win. And I feel like we can get at least a couple of the division games at home. As far as the road side of things, it's a lot more difficult on the road side, I feel like. Got a pretty brutal road schedule, as a matter of fact. Especially depending on when we play that Chicago game, because a Chicago game in December is a lot different than a Chicago game in September. But obviously, I'm not going to expect to beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead Stadium. That's a tough game, no matter what time of the season we play them. But I feel like we could go in Chicago and get a W, because I just feel like they're not that great. And they barely beat us this year, and that was without our best player. Our best player got hurt in that game, and they still couldn't even capitalize and put us away. We literally had a chance on the very last play of that game against Chicago earlier this season. The Chargers, I feel like, also a young upstart team, but I feel like with a great young quarterback. Herbert played out of his mind this season, but he could have a second year letdown to some extent. I mean, it's possible, and I feel like still a young team that we could beat on the road. Yeah, the Bucks and the Saints, obviously, those are two veteran teams that, I would never be so easy to dismiss them and be like, yeah, sure, we're definitely going to beat those two teams either. You know what I mean? Even though we played the Bucks very competitively as well this season. I think we only lost by like 2 points. And then I feel like we'll get a couple division games on the road as well, which will bring the total up to about a 9-7 record. And I feel like that's reasonable right now, because based off of what we know, I can't really give us more than that. And honestly, this division is still going to be a little muddled up next year. It's going to be better than it was this year, but it still won't be great. So 9-7 may very well be enough next year in this division as well. I feel like 10-6 is almost a max to be good enough to win this division next year. I hope I'm wrong. I honestly hope I'm wrong, but I just feel this division still ain't going to be the cream of the crop next year exactly. You know what I mean? Things can change. Offseason is going to change things, obviously. We haven't had a draft. We haven't had free agency periods yet, so we don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? And things are going to definitely change. Predictions are going to change. And I hope mine changes for the better for the New York Giants, because as good as 9-7 is compared to what we've been over the course of the last about 10 years, barring 2016, 9-7 is pretty damn good. But obviously, you like to be a little better than that too, than being just one game over 500. You know what I mean? You still prefer a little more. You know what I mean? You want to be a little better than that. I think this team has what it takes. But we got to see what the offseason moves. We definitely need a wide receiver in place, need an edge rusher. You know what I mean? These things have to be had. And we're not done with the offensive line either. The offensive line doesn't necessarily need to be a priority this offseason, as it has been the last couple of seasons, but we're not done there either. We still need more good depth on the offensive line as well. But I think the priorities in the draft definitely need to be an edge rusher and a wide receiver because we do not have a number one wide receiver, and we are desperately in need of one. And we don't have a legit edge rusher either that can consistently wreak havoc on a quarterback. So we need to definitely address that issue in the draft with a blue chip prospect. No more. And I want to start. I'd rather address the edge rusher issue in the draft and see what we can do in free agency with a wide receiver, a legit number one wide receiver. That's my personal preference. But I don't work for the team officially, and that's my take for this for right now. I'm Mac, the Giants fan. If you guys enjoy my content, enjoy what I'm delivering, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit them likes. Please ring that bell. Show me the love that I'm so greatly looking for. I appreciate everything, guys, out there in Giant Nation. I'm gonna come with a whole lot of content this offseason. I'm gonna just keep bringing it. Hope you guys keep listening. I'm Mac, the Giants fan. Peace.